tournament so far. Now Baron buff started out by G2.
G2 focus, BrokenBlade immediately going to try to turn Wako running for his life. They have to burn through that Olaf, but they just don't have the damage. They're trying, but they cannot get it done. Mikyx delivered into the waiting arms of PSG, but it just sets up for Caps. It's a wombo combo, and BrokenBlade just continues to run face first into the back line of PSG. He will not be stopped. He will not be slowed. He'll be charmed, but he will not go down. He's just having a time of his life. He just does not care. Take notes, baby. He's making it work.
Attack speed at the start that will scale up based on level, starting at 50% instead of 60. So not the biggest changes and still a very strong champion here. And for BrokenBlade, a bit of an unsung hero right now for G2 at this tournament, basically saving their first game versus Loud. Even though they probably would have won that series no matter what based off game 2, maybe could have dropped in game 1 if not for him. So now again, getting that kind of counter pick, obviously the early Kennen as well for him in the previous game, showcasing that he is a very big threat.
Yeah, Ragnarok can also disrupt so much of the hard CC that PSG have put together. If he can get ahead in this game, it will simplify a lot of G2's game plan. But here we are, a spot in the bracket stage on the line. G2 at match point. One more win will secure it for them. PSG, can they fire back here in game 2? The question on everyone's minds. It's a rough and tumble game 1, game 2, hoping for the same amount of explosiveness as we get ready, as we dive in game 2, PSG versus G2. She looks incredibly powerful.
And very important in the context of PSG. Like, yeah, they're not a super proactive team in terms of combined kills per minute, but it is important for them to have pressure on the map and kind of control their opponents, which is what they like to do. Ahri for ubao being an option to do that. And for people who don't know, that is Uniboy, who previously has played on international stages before when PSG took him on loan, actually, when they had some issues with their mid laner. He was actually incredible. And people thought he was a stronger of the two. Hold on, BrokenBlade.
Is he just going to 2v1? He's just unconcerned. He flashes in, the axe is down. Azhi, BrokenBlade does not care. You cannot stop this Viking. JunJia running for his life. What did we just watch?
BrokenBlade, I was trying to do story time about PSG before we made the whole thing about him.
Fist fight on the bottom side. Glacial Augment now going in. All of this to distract you from the fact that BrokenBlade just very casually walked in and solo killed the enemy top laner in front of the enemy jungler.
This also opens up an
Yike is just walking in.
Yeah, Yike now able to go invade off the top side after
Does bow there. He needs to finish his kill immediately. Charm in, flash to the side. He can pick up the buy. He can now go in for the Q. Cap only level 2. He can't follow up. They can't finish ubao, but big chunk of damage going down. G2.
Oh my god.
It's topside dominance again. Yes, it's happening in a completely different fashion, but it's exactly like game 1. Topside completely in favor of G2.
Able to win this one out, but Yike just a better 1v1 champ at this point in the game. Nice flash on the charm, then is able to have the solo regrab. No time to talk about it. We're diving bot.
Here we go, level 3 dive on the bot side. Green blue, what's going to get done here? Green red rather, as Wako gets burned down. That's going to be a reset for Yike if he wants to take it. The TP now coming in. Woody going to take a big chunk of damage there from the Frozen Thrall. He's ticking. G2 wave coming in. They can go for the redive. Auto attack, they're trying to cancel the recall there. Yike desperately trying to clear the wave, cutting that one off. Woody canceling the recall. ubao here. They need to get something back. G2 setting up, should be an easy dive, should be an easy leap back out to safety. That's going to be one reset. Yike can now take the Leona. He can now turn his attention back onto ubao, but he's isolated under the tower for now. Taking his time, walking up, just gets to push Q, finds the stun, sets it up. Yike still living. G2, flawless tower dive. Wako should be able to walk back here and get a kill, but Yike, clean sidestep. Q flashing forward, will be able to get it.
G2, cleaner than your church.
Unfortunately, lost a little bit of that prio in the early lane phase. Quick boots too for Lisandra means it's so much easier to mitigate the harass. Sidestep those abilities. But Yike now walking forward here. Control ward just to spot him out to make sure they can secure this crab. PSG using the bot prio they secured. Give that crab over to JunJia.
Yeah, I think they were maybe considering a Dragon Star as we see Mikyx getting a little close range.
Walking up CC there. Traps now coming in. Yike walking over the wall, but they've kind of also started the Dragon for some reason. A bit of a split call here, but now they're looking for the re-engage. Wako, excellent guns to get this fight kicked off. That's 2. Locked up the flamethrower. Continuing to fire back. Yike now running for his life, and that's a kill for PSG. Slow onto Mikyx. No follow-up there. Caps off to the side, almost taken out, but he will walk away with his life.
This is when a lot of the playmaking for both teams becomes unlocked, and we'll see if G2 can keep making map movements happen, because that was kind of the way that they won the early game.
Wako stepping up, good guns for a fight. Chakrams now coming out, auto attacks coming through, fast on the Hansama, easy shutdown now coming in. Wako finding one, Mikyx now trying to trade back on a kill. Help pick's not gonna be enough. Wako too clean with it.
Oh, the
double.
turret!
such a nice setup there. You saw Woody walk away knowing the turret was going to finish that one off. A 2v2 double kill for the side of PSG. Wako up to 4 kills now. Suddenly this game is looking a little dicey on his signature champion.
Just trying to rush down this tower.
Nicely done there by Azhi to get the flash out before the traps arm themselves. And I like this play by G2. I think BrokenBlade under turret will be a little bit harder to dive with his ultimate, able to immune a lot of the CC from the Leona. They might still look for it, otherwise just grab turret plates and continue the dragon stacking.
Stun on the backside. G now unstoppable, dashing forward, looking for the Q3 pullback, but polymorphed. Not sure who can really ult to get out to safety. Not really a lot of angles to escape on this one. Azhi standing 4 now, but that's the reset now coming in for Yike. Caps following up. Ulti used already. G2 just going to try to break through top lane tower. The Herald grabbing a bit of damage, grabbing a few plates, but G2 going to need a lot more damage if they want to shred through on this wave. I'm going to take the second one at least.
Nice idea by PSG there, rotating ubao up to try and cover the dive, but just too clean by the side of G2. Now it's PSG's turn.
It's PSG's turn indeed, but BrokenBlade is very, very strong, trying to turn and burn. Wako will at least grab the kill. Now one more on the top side of the map as ubao gets taken down. Mikyx still standing, and G2 just doing it better on the top side of the map.
Able to get 2 kills on their dives. Also a 1-for-1 by BrokenBlade while breaking that top turret. The Dragon does go in PSG's favor, but overall you have to be happy for that as a G2 fan. Heart rate monitor look here. PSG grabbing mid pressure off the Herald setup here. We'll see if they want to fight or just trade out for the turret.
Have to be careful with G2 approaching the wave to try and defend. Looking for the engage. Wako still untouched on the backside for now. BrokenBlade continuing to wander forward. You can see big damage coming in from the Aphleios off to the side. These Calibrum Qs are going to be massive, but they're just trying to shred through the jungler. They get the reset, and that might be enough. Leaping in. Ahri not able to find the charm in that one. ubao not even going to throw it out. PSG getting corralled here by G2 Esports. Wako has to be careful. Caps once again going to fish for an angle onto the backside. Wako now gale forcing out to safety. If Wako has no space to play, he's got no room to maneuver. Now he's trying to fire back. He just can't do any damage. G2 tearing through his front line too quickly. Yes, he's powerful, but he's got no space to work.
Excellent slow play engage there by G2, poking in and out multiple times, trying to find the weak point of PSG's line, and they found it in JunJia, trying to heal up off the honey fruit plant.
The Ahri ultimate is essentially non-existent.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Yike now walking in, all eyes on Wako. They're just trying to bully this man out of the mid lane. He will flash over the wall to safety, but safety might not be the right word. Woody instead will be the sacrificial Leona here. PSG now retreating in the mid lane. They're getting absolutely slaughtered. G2 dissecting them in the mid lane, not giving their AD carry a single opportunity to do anything in the last 2 fights.
G2 continue attacking from multiple angles at the same time. You can see JunJia charging his Q up, not quite sure who
it was, but we can see here on the international stage, at least in this first stage, he's really showing up.
Yeah, I remember just seeing so much hate. I was told that EU top sucked, but it does not seem to be the case so far with BrokenBlade this tournament. You know, I heard they're like, oh, Photon's the best, or Chasing's the best, and here he is, absolutely having a great tournament so far. Now Baron buff started out by G2.
G2 focus, BrokenBlade immediately going to try to turn Wako running for his life. They have to burn through that Olaf, but they just don't have the damage. They're trying, but they cannot get it done. Mikyx delivered into the waiting arms of PSG, but it just sets up for Caps. It's a wombo combo, and BrokenBlade just continues to run face first into the back line of PSG. He will not be stopped, he will not be slowed. He'll be charmed, but he will not go down. He's just having a time of his life. He just does not care. Take notes, baby. He's making it work.
BrokenBlade heard us talking about him, said, keep the camera on me. Force that engage. Huge teamfight win by G2. Caps keeping JunJia around, waiting for backups. There's the kill. 4 for 1 on the side of G2, and we'll grab the Baron on the back end of that fight.
Lock it in here. Reminder, if you lose, you have to play a best of 3 against the winners of tomorrow's loser side bracket match. Then that's just to qualify for a best of 5. So it's a long road for anyone who does not able to find a win here. G2 currently in control is Woody being isolated. He throws down the ultimate, but it's just not going to do anything. Yike turning into Leona. See if he tries to go for the re-engage, but G2 again focused on the objective in front of them, ready to turn this fight if necessary. Wako, great guns for a fight. But again, will he get the time and space to do anything? BrokenBlade just eyeing him out, keeping an eye on that Aphleios so consistently. Yike. Follow up, good damage on Azhi. PSG just backing away. It's not really an angle here. I think they just have to concede the inhibitor. Be careful not to just lose the entire game in this moment.
Yeah, it's just such a menace. BrokenBlade is able to force out so many summoners, gets the bot lane inhibitor for the rest of his team. Also, Hansama quietly having a good game here. Flank engage coming in.
Jump backside. Ulti available. He says the blast cone out to safety, trying to push Ponsama. Ponsama lines up against the wall. He can maybe try to get something done. Holds him back to the waiting arms. Wako can now go to town. BrokenBlade on the backside is big, though. Can they burn through BrokenBlade? BrokenBlade, ultimate in 3 seconds. He's going to shred through the Aphleios as soon as he can, but his health bar's already blinking. Ubao now leaping forward. He sees you immune, but will it be enough? BrokenBlade still standing. BrokenBlade still cutting through the entire team. Wako gets turned into a little snowman. He can't even auto, and G2 taking the fight.
For a moment there, PSG thought they had the flank angle. They found Hansama, but that left BrokenBlade alive to chase down. And with that kill, G2 are going to punch their ticket on.
Game 1, back and forth, but game 2 has just been about the G2 show from start to finish. PSG, small glimmers of hope, but they're going to have to hope for more than that. On the bottom side of the bracket, G2 taking their time on the win, taking their time on the closeout as Wako finds 1 kill. Wako still autoing. Yike should just end the game, but they can't end the game. Wako is too strong. Wako
work for it.
Continuing to go hard. Oh my God. Call him Wako Flocko Flame. He's going hard in the paint. Flocko. Oh, he holds on. That's a shutdown. What? Walk down an enemy team. It's looking like a pretty damn good gun. PSG. Cap's now going to leap forward, instantly trying to lock down the 80 carry. They should just shred through Wako, and that's just the game. They're just slaughtering everybody. They don't have any damage left. G2, they're not playing around. That one's going to be it. Ubao taken out. He's running back to the base, but there's just no way he gets out. Hansama will snipe him with the zap. G2 2-0ing PSG, qualifying to the bracket stage. PSG not out of the tournament yet.